It's a CD from 1992 from the Dutch hardcore hip-hop group Osdorp Posse. It's their debut album, Osdorp Style. And what has this to do with the video? Well, this first album, plus the second, third and fourth album of this band was produced on the Amiga 500. Early Dutch hip-hop, also early rave and gabber like Neophytes, the three Amigas. It's all produced on an Amiga 500. So that got me thinking, what if I get an Amiga 500 and see what I can create on it? So that's what I did. Let me get it. I find this Amiga 500 in good condition, secondhand, obviously. So I thought, let's get it and see if I can get it to work. So just to back up a little bit, an Amiga 500 from Commodore was released in 1987, and it is a computer, a home computer. It was for gaming and for making documents. It was not meant for music, but it has a sound card in, so it has a sound output, stereo, and it's 4 channels of 8-bit audio. It has works with floppy drive, with floppies obviously. It came standard with 512 kilobytes of RAM memory. There's no internal hard disk, so you have to load the program into the memory and then you can use it. This is the expanded edition, so it has 1 megabyte internal memory of RAM memory. As you can see, it has a built-in keyboard. This one also came with the mouse, the original mouse, and it was sold without a monitor. But it has an RGB and a composite output. And what people used on the Amiga are trackers, so they're programs. I will show a picture now, where you basically go vertical. You can put in samples, and you have 4 tracks. And yeah, that's basically it. So you might think it's a bit crazy to get an Amiga 500 in 2023 without any experience. I never used this when it came out, or I never used this in the 90s either. And yeah, there's a few challenges. So one of the challenges is that it has an RGB monitor output, but it's on a 23-pin connector, like a DB connector. The other thing is it has an audio output on RCA jacks, a stereo audio output, but it doesn't have an audio input. It has a parallel input, so you can buy like little samplers that you plug into it. So you put the audio into the little thing, and then the thing goes into the parallel port. The other problem or challenge is that it works only with floppies, so you have to save the sounds on the floppies as well. And it doesn't work with PC floppies. They're Commodore floppies or Amiga floppies. They're only 800 maximum or 700 kilobytes. And I have a lot of floppies for the MPC 2000 XL, but they don't work with this thing. And of course I need to get the software as well, because this one came only with the power supply and the mouse, and there's no floppies, no software, anything with this model. So I have to find online somebody who sells a tracker like Pro Tracker or Octamet or Noise Tracker on a floppy that I actually can use with this. But first things first, I first have to get a picture out of this. I only have an HDMI monitor, like a modern monitor, so that needs to be converted somehow, because I don't want to buy an old monitor. I just want to use my regular computer monitor for this. I need to get a sampler unit, like an audio in unit, and then the software. So these are the 3 main things for now. I think I can find it online. And then I of course have to see if this one, if it actually works, because it was sold as working, but yeah, you never know. Yeah, so this is going to be an ongoing series of videos trying to create music on the Amiga 500 from 1987 with 1 megabyte of RAM memory, which means if you turn it off, it's gone. In the next video, some of the parts hopefully arrived and I can at least test it out. I will try to make a screen recording as well, so you can actually see how it looks like. Yeah, so stay tuned for the next one. If you have any tips or tricks with the Amiga 500, let me know in the comments, and see you in the next one.